Hello guys and gals, this is me ManBat201 and today we're reviewing COD 4, which is abbreviation for Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Now, it's the first game in the Call of Duty series that takes place in a more modern setting, and hence the title Modern Warfare, because all Call of Duty before this were World War II shooters. And just this game in general is a big leap. Like as far as like okay, like you gotta understand when this game came out, it was kind of a big deal, but now it's kind of like because you see modern war games all the time. I mean, back then there was nothing but World War II shooters, one after another. Then this game came out, then every game copied this game afterwards. Even to the point where the developers who made this game tried to do the same thing all over again.
It's more cover if we go around.
And yeah, so it was developed by Infinity Ward. It was published by Activision. And yeah.
Wait there.
Of course, it was on the Microsoft Windows, PS3, Xbox, the Mac OS. And the Wii, surprisingly, and I think there was a DS port as well. Well, it came out November 5th, 2007 on Xbox 360, PS3, and Windows. On Mac, it came out on the 26th of 2008, and on the Wii, it came out November 10th, 2009. And you could either get it from a physical disc copy of the game, or you could get it digitally on Steam, you know. Or get a disc copy of the game from the store for PC. Just depends what you got. Like at the time when my computer for whatever reason was acting like a butthole here, so what I actually had to do was lower my graphics settings majorly, because usually I could play this game on high no problems, but for whatever reason this game was just being a butthole that day. My computer was being a butthole that day and didn't want to play the game, so yeah. But yeah. So, what does this game do differently than most Call of Duty games before? Well, unlike the other games, the story is actually more interesting than the others. This is kind of when narratives for major, well, for Activision started stepping their game up anyways. I mean, there was other AAA games that have done better stories than this, such as the Half-Life games, for both the first and second one. And yeah, so the pretty much gist of the story is, okay, you kind of start out it takes place in 2011. You start out in what happens is well, first you do a mission where I believe, well, first you do a thing where you're playing as this guy named Soap, a new recruit to the SAS, and you do this little training thingy. Then after that you go on the ship to find out that I think some nukes were supposed to be there, but they aren't there. And then we go into the Middle East, and this ultranationalist movement happens, and ultranationalist movement starts out in Russia, causing a civil war over there. In the Middle East, a president is executed, and yeah, it's kind of unnamed country because they didn't want to cause any controversies with any other countries over there, because you know how stuff goes off and on over there. And yeah, and then the U.S. Guys, the Marines you play as, are mostly in the Middle East sections, and then pretty much for the most part, the SAS are in Russia. And yeah. And this game's multiplayer is pretty much copied off almost all the time. Multiplayer, you get to customize your class. You first level up, then customize your class. Then you after customizing, like, you can customize your class to, like, where, okay, I have this weapon with this attachment, and you can unlock attachments on your guns and stuff, and then set what grenades, tactical, and I forget what's the other one with the flashbangs and stuff, and smokes and that stuff. And then you got perks. There's a bunch of perks in here. There's very limited in the other games. And I believe there's kill streaks in here. Yeah, there's kill streaks which return in every other game. And yeah. Over like through the course of the game, like what happened, like I briefly talked about what happened at the beginning. Obviously, at the end, it causes the end of the game because, well, everybody's played this game at least once or twice. You know what? Okay, you know what? This here's a warning. I'm going to major spoiler alert. So, just skip to another part of the video, probably to the next clip. So, it should probably be by some thingies. So yeah, what happens by some crates, which will be further down. Okay, so what happens is, okay, this at one point you go back into a flashback from Captain Price, right?
Looks like they've already eliminated
And then
my eight.
what happens is you and this other guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, have to go kill this. You have to assassinate this one guy, Zakhaev,
I got it sneaking past them. Your goal.
and
Get eliminated.
yeah,
Don't fire on the two
and
with the
you shoot, and that causes his arm to get shot off.
time. Wait for
So yeah, and Price barely escapes with his comrade as well.
position. Take the shot when you're ready.
And then after that, you got the Zakhaev's son. Later, Zakhaev's son kills himself, and then Zakhaev blames them for killing him. And then he's about to launch nukes. You stop him. You almost die, and then you get the gun. Well, Price hands you a gun, and then he shoots Zakhaev. And then game ends, kind of like thinking Price died or something. And yeah, that would lead into Modern Warfare 2. Now, I would go over most of the guns and stuff, but jeez, there's a butt ton in here. Probably take 2 videos doing that. And trust me, don't want me going through that, just going, no. Overall, what would I rate this? This game's good, but I admit, even for the time it came out, it is a touch bit overrated.
Let's go.
I mean, I didn't enjoy this game as much as, let's say, World at War, or even Modern Warfare 2. I mean, granted, Modern Warfare 2 is just a full-out blown action movie. Just about. It is really ridiculous and not realistic whatsoever, but it's a game you can kind of have fun with. You know. And unfortunately, Call of Duty make that mistake. Make a terrible mistake. I'm going too overboard. I rate this game a 7 out of 10. This is me, Man Bat.